Hey, it's Matt from Enigma 3, and I wanted to take a few minutes to show you how to set up the Matthews Max Menace arm. So when you get this item, it's going to come looking like this, all compact. And then we also include weights, 25-pound weights that you can use to secure your load. So the first thing you want to do is I've set the brakes on here, and then we can remove these two posts with our wheels on there. And we place these in our tool supports here. One on one side, one on the other. And everything uses these little retaining pins. And they're pretty easy to use. You just push the button on the top, it releases, and then you push it down through the hole. All right, the next step is we want to extend up our arm so we can release the two pins on the arm, and as we pull this out, this starts to extend. Now you'll see there's a red bar there. Make sure you don't extend past that, so we'll go ahead and throw this there, and then we'll extend up some more here. And this, you can go whatever height you want to go based upon what your final height is going to be. And then if you want to extend the entire thing up, you can also, or change your angle, you can adjust the back support post. So if we release this guy, you can see if we go up on that, it's going to make our angle go really far down. We can also raise that up and extend our angle further and higher. So we're going to stay pretty low on this. I would definitely recommend, if you're using this, you have at least a few people on your crew. It's definitely easier when you've got one person that can manipulate the arm while you've got another person that's extending these up. So if we wanted to raise this whole thing up, we would just push this all the way up, extend both of these, extend this bottom bar all the way. Now, at this point, we could extend this out. We could also add our little 90-degree angle on there, just depending on what you want to do. You can also, for your weight support, you can of course use sandbags, but there's also these two weight bars, and they'll come in the storage position here in the middle. But if you unscrew them, remove these little rubber caps, put those back on the support, then you can screw the weight bars onto above the wheels, and then you can put your 25-pound weights on top of here. And again, if you don't have those, just use sandbags, but I recommend using the weights as it will keep things more compact and easier to set up. So we've got both of those extended, removed. And now we could go and let's go ahead and drop this down so I can actually reach the end here. I'm not that tall. And so now we've got, again, more of these retaining pins. We can release these and then extend this out to whatever length we want. So we won't go full extension on this. We'll go to there and to here. All right. And now let's go ahead and raise this back up. And now at this point, if I wanted to, I could take my little self-leveling head here and I could attach this onto the end. There's just a little airplane pin. So you push those two in and that will snap in just like that. And now I can mount my light, my M40, I can do baby pin, whatever I want to mount onto there. Alternatively, if you want to add a little angle in there, there is this little 45-degree extender. So if we release our mount and then we stick this on here, oops, make sure you get the right side. Only one side goes in. And then there are holes in here so you can use the same retaining pin to hold this in. And then this guy is going to come right here. So once I get everything set the way I want it, once I've got these set the way that I want them, then I can go and put the weights on there, then I can go and put a load on the end. So before I do that, I don't have the 25-pound weights yet. I've got to go pick those up. So I'm just going to throw some 10-pound weights. Not ideal, but for the purposes of the video, this will be sufficient. So we'll throw those weights on there. And then, right now we're pretty low to the ground, too low to put the light. There is a crank here below our second support. If you start cranking that up, it's going to raise our arm up and change the angle on the arm. So it makes it very easy to raise and lower. Now you don't want to move this entire piece. You don't want to start rolling it around with a weight on the end here. And you want to make sure that you lower this thing all the way down before you move and before you add your light fixture to it. So we'll loosen this guy. We'll throw our light fixture up into here and then lock that in place. Okay, and then if you just let that hang, then that's where the self-leveling comes in place, and then we can go ahead and tighten that. So that's basically it. And now we can take this and extend this guy all the way up. Now we're not going to be able to get too high because we didn't start very high, but you get the gist of it. So we could continue extending that up, raise that angle up, and that's it. So that's how to use the Max Menace arm, and then taking it apart is just the same thing but in reverse. Check it out on our website, enigma3.com.